go. Train tight. Where go?
Gentlemen, this school is about combat. There are no points for second place.
This is the Never Down, Never Out podcast with your host, T.R. Matson.
Welcome back. This is episode 105 of the Never Down, Never Out podcast. Take two, because I got halfway through the last one and somebody knocked on the door. And that screwed it up. So I need to get a better office, I think, is what I need to do. So it's on the agenda. There's a lot of projects in the works for us. I'm just not sure which ones are actually going to happen. So, but a new office might be one of them. Who knows? I don't know. But we're back. Hopefully this recording's good. A little bit later in the day to be recording, but that's okay. Hopefully there's no noise, no knocks on the doors, and hopefully the dog sitting on the floor doesn't start making weird noises or start snoring. So let's get through episode 105. I was on a roll too, so hopefully I can pick that back up. But, so what are we talking about today? Why struggle is necessary? Well, if you think about it this way, you wake up in a perfect world where there's no struggle. Okay? Let's hypothetical. Now, the thing about it is everybody out there, myself included, if I said, hey, there's the possibility of a world where you don't have to struggle through things. Like things just come naturally. It's just easy. You have whatever you want. The problem with that is you never grow. And here's what I mean by that. If you had that and you woke up and you felt great because you got a great night's sleep, because if there's no struggle, then every night's a great night's sleep, right? And your coffee's already made or whatever your morning drink of choice is, and your family's happy and you're all healthy and there's tons of money and all of this sounds great, right? And you go about your day and everything comes easy. And you get to the end of the day and brush your teeth, even though you don't really need to, because you can't get cavities if there's no struggle, right? It's a perfect world. And you end up realizing that there's no real fulfillment because you didn't really work towards anything. And while in the short term, that sounds great. And we all need that at times. We need wins. We need winning streaks. We need times where things are less difficult. In the long term, we would never grow as individuals. If everything came naturally and there was no struggle and there was nothing you had to work at, it would be such a boring existence that it would be miserable. But that's hard to see when your life is full of struggle. Because when your life is full of struggle, you dream of a place where you could just get some of this stuff off of your back. You could just shed some of this pain, this struggle, and have it a little easy. You dream of that, right? So I get it. I will say, though, it's how we change our definition of struggle, how we look at it. I heard once somebody say, when you're having a hard day, don't call it a hard day, call it a character building day, right? And it's cliche, but it's true. Everything that's tough that we go through, we grow through. That's another cliche, right? These are all things that people come up with, but they're valuable in the sense that without struggle, there'd be no growth. And without growth, we would never really know what we would be able to accomplish. And that's a sad existence, frankly. I mean, when I went through flight school, or even before that in college, the struggles I went through helped me grow into the person that I needed to become in order to fly the missions I had to fly in the Navy, or do the things I need now to do at the airlines. And just this idea of no struggle in this euphoric world where everything's easy, it sounds fantastic initially. But if you peel back the onion on it and you really think about it, it's a hollow existence where just everything comes naturally. And you see this. You see, the kids of people that get big inheritances, or, the rich kids or whatever, and all this. It's different depending on how they're raised. Often they don't accomplish nearly as much because they've always been given everything. There is no struggle. So why would they push themselves? And that's such wasted potential. So it's important that we have that struggle. Now, there's extremes, right? I just talked about the extreme of no struggle, which could be negative. The extreme of all struggle is negative as well. And if you feel like you're in that side of the pendulum, then reach out and get help. And there's numbers, and you can, reach out to people, talk to somebody just to get some relief, so you realize that you're not in it alone. But somewhere between those two extremes, struggle really can be turned into fuel in your mind if you think about it properly. So when I'm going through something difficult now, and I wasn't always this way, but when I'm going through something difficult now, I know that it's setting me up for success later on. And I'm learning things, and I'm adapting, and I'm growing. And I think that's probably one of the most critical skills we can have. Because we don't know what's coming down the road. We don't know what life is going to give us. We don't know what obstacles are going to be in front of us. We don't know what successes that we potentially could accomplish. So it's important to look at the struggle as part of the growth, vice a negative. I did a workout, and it was all exercises that I hate doing. I swear my wife does it on purpose. I hate it. It was far more mental than it was physical. And I was thinking about this topic as I was doing it because the struggle was real. Like, none of the exercises were my forte. None of them are my strengths. I wanted to stop. I wanted to quit. But I'm like, well, hold on. By doing this, if I could just get through this workout, I'm going to get better at this stuff, which is going to help me get better at other things. It's going to hone my mind to be able to handle negative things and tough things. So this is all part of the design. That doesn't mean it has to be fun while I'm doing it. It's kind of sucked, to be honest with you. So when you're looking at things, try to think of the struggle that way. Try to think of it as a necessary fuel to keep you going. And I think if you could do that, you have a real chance. If you could switch your brain on that and not think of struggle as a negative, because there's going to be plenty of struggle in life. If you could think of it as a positive, then there's a very good chance that you now have an almost unlimited fuel source towards your goals and dreams. So that's my thing for today. Not as soapboxy as it would have been if I hadn't got it interrupted, but the message is still the same. It is necessary. The struggle has to be there. If it wasn't there, none of us would achieve the things that we potentially can. So keep that in mind today. And again, if you are at the extreme end of the struggle and you need help, please reach out to professionals for help. Don't make a short-term decision, long-term decision for a short-term problem. It's not worth it. Just keep going. I believe in you. There's others that do too. So hang in there. We'll talk again tomorrow. But again, I appreciate all the support, the likes, the clicks, the hypes, which I'm learning make a difference. Putting up with the commercials, I appreciate that. The merchandise sales, everything. And of course, if we go way back, even the reviews and the book sales. I need to get back to writing more. The podcast has taken up a lot of time, and I enjoy it. So the writing has kind of gone a little bit to a back burner, but that's not to say that it's not going to come back. So balancing it all while raising kids with my wife and working a full-time job. Sure, why not? Talk to you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.
T.R. Matson is a 20-year Navy career combat veteran who flew the E-2C Hawkeye and FA-18C Hornet. He's the author of Treason Flight and Vengeance Flight. You can reach him at trmatson or trmatson.com. Thanks for listening to the Never Down, Never Out podcast.